May 7, 2025. A date that could redefine global geopolitics. In the early hours of this day, India executed Operation Sindoor, a precise historic airstrike that dismantled terror camps deep inside Pakistan. But this wasn't just about retaliation. This was a message, a signal, that the world is changing fast. In 1971, the Battle of Longewala became a symbol of Indian defiance, where a handful of soldiers stopped an entire armored column under the desert moonlight. And in 2025, the Pahalgam terror attack shattered peace in the valley, killing innocent tourists and reminding a nation that terror still walks brazenly on borrowed time. Across the globe, tensions simmer. Russia mobilizes near Ukraine. China flexes its naval muscle in the South China Sea. NATO drills hard on the Eastern Front. The balance of peace is fragile, held together by threads of diplomacy that are fraying with each passing hour. Amid this unrest, India made a calculated move. Operation Sindoor. May 7, 1:05 a.m. Fighter jets, Rafales, Su-30 MKIs, Mirages lifted off from bases in Rajasthan and Punjab. Their mission: erase the safe havens of terror across the border. Guided by real-time data from Netra AWACS, the jets pierced through radar zones, evaded enemy detection, and struck with surgical precision. Infrared targeting systems confirmed every hit. Bombs dropped, 0 civilian casualties. Electronic warfare disabled enemy radar. Pakistan scrambled, but it was too late. The damage was done. Swift, silent, devastating. The world reacted carefully. News headlines blazed. India strikes back. Operation Sindoor unfolds. The United Nations debated. Global leaders chose words with caution. But behind closed doors, military briefings intensified. India's defense ministry released proof: satellite images, intercepted comms, heat scans, each verifying the mission's success. This wasn't an escalation, it was evolution. India's naval fleet surged forward. INS Vikrant and INS Vikramaditya slicing through the Indian Ocean like silent titans. Their presence wasn't just strategic, it was a declaration. India had secured the sea lanes that power the world. Under Prime Minister Narendra Modi's leadership, this wasn't coincidence. It was doctrine. Modi was directly briefed, personally involved, and gave the go-ahead to not just strike, but fortify. From the Malacca Strait to the Arabian Sea, India's message was clear. We don't wait for war to reach our shores. We meet it head-on across the horizon. Oil prices spiked overnight, shaking the foundations of fragile economies. Global stock markets tumbled. Tokyo, Frankfurt, Wall Street, each reacting not just to numbers, but to fear. In the Indian Ocean, military vessels mobilized with purpose. India's warships took position, allied fleets shifted course, and surveillance drones filled the skies. Trade routes once ruled by commerce were now shadowed by missile systems and sonar pings. Because in today's world, a conflict in one region sends aftershocks across every border. Across cities and border towns, India has begun nationwide mock drills, preparing civilians, schools, and emergency forces for every possible scenario. Across India, the public stood united. Candlelight vigils burned for the victims of Pahalgam. Flags waved high. Voices rose, not for war, but for resolve. War isn't just fought on borders. It breaks homes, buries dreams, and leaves empty chairs at dinner tables. Behind every uniform is a family holding its breath. If the sparks at the line of control ignite a wider blaze, the consequences won't stay regional. With global powers aligned on both sides, the risk of escalation is real. Missiles may fly across borders, but the shock waves will rattle continents. One misstep, one misfire, and the world could spiral into a war no one can win. World War III. Not just a clash of armies, but of nations, economies, and humanity itself. The world stands at a crossroads, uncertain, divided, and on edge. What do you think about the future of our nation and of the world? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And as we navigate these dark times, remember, spread awareness, spread peace, and never stop caring. If this video moved you, like, share, and subscribe to NetraVerse. Because in a world full of noise, we bring you what truly matters.